I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
I
I'm
do
sorry.
eat block origins.
I'm watching ads, earning us money.
I
Sure.
too ignore Roblox.
Oof.
Oof. Big oof. Are you ready?
It's still adding for me for another 4 seconds.
Okay. Cider. My
Nice.
last cider.
Oh, well, we all have our drinks, yes?
Yep. I can't believe you misspelled here in the drinking word.
Wow.
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
All right, well, I think that's a good place to start from if you guys are ready.
Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where I have a burp coming. Your bartender for this evening will be a non-pencil.
I do not have a burp coming, and I'm okay with that.
Enigmatic Otaku.
Midi Werber Jagerman Jensen. He was number 1.
Flamin' Orper.
It's coming.
Milk.
It already came.
And I'm okay. I actually threw up a little, so now it's gone. So
Oh, God. It's like in a non-pencil fic already.
this week we have a very special guest. We have... Wait, I think there's a mistake. Wait, Milk, did 24th is coming back on? Why is 24th back? No. Oh. Well, guess what? We have a good friend back. We had fun last time. We have the 24th Pegasus back again.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I don't know why I'm still here. I must be trapped in hell.
That is accurate. This is hell.
We gave him Stockman syndrome.
Stockman syndrome?
Stockman?
Stockman syndrome.
Stockholm.
Yeah, Stockman syndrome.
I can't believe you just Stockmaned me.
We gave you Baxter Stockman syndrome.
Oh my god.
Truly terrifying.
Well, if you're tuning in for the very first time, hello and welcome. You politely invite the guests, we politely ask them on, and that's how this community podcast works. You ask the questions, and we make them miserable for 2 hours. You can catch up on previous episodes out on Google Play Music, iTunes, digest your podcast material. The lovely Anon Pencil is watching the chat as we are streaming live on Twitch right now. Pencil, what are questions we don't ask our guests?
Well, this is where we stop being polite, because our guest has put up with our shit before and should expect that. So don't ask the usual questions that we disallow, such as politics, religion, actual names, where they work, their address. Don't be a dick. It's really that simple. But if you want to ask the uncomfortable questions I know other guys going to ask, well, that's fine too.
It's true. Speaking of fine, you fine people at home have a drinking word to play along with us and drink along with us, because what else are we gonna fucking do?
Exactly, you fucks.
Hey, Milk, what's the drinking word for this week?
Fuck. 21.
Fuck. Well,
anytime you hear a number of any sort or the word fuck, you drink.
Please be responsible. Don't get alcohol poisoning and have to go to the hospital. It's a recipe for disaster. So
what's the safe amount of alcohol?
Yes.
Everybody is
7.
different. Please
24 drinks.
Oh God.
Give me a number.
Please drink responsibly based on your body weight. Oh my God.
So 78 drinks.
No.
No.
Well,
Don't
obviously,
worry, I already scheduled my alcohol poisoning for later tonight, so I'll at least get through the podcast first.
obviously the breaking point is 69 drinks.
Nice.
Well, for those who may not have listened to the first cast, we got our repeat questions that we always ask everyone.
Well,
Let's start it down with a little refresher. 24th, who are you and what do you do in the fandom?
I'm the man that I go and write things occasionally, apparently. And apparently one of the things I wrote is the reason why I'm back here again today after, I guess it was 2 months ago. But yeah, I've been writing things of various quality for, what is that, 7.5 years since September of 2012. So I've been here for a long time and have stewed over my misery of writing things for a long time. But at least people seem to enjoy them, so that makes it somewhat worth it in the end, right?
Yeah, and congratulations on your second place win. Tell us a little about the story that got you here.
So that story actually was pretty much the culmination of the prompt being writing about cultures and stuff outside of Equestria and just different cultures for different races. That prompt ended up being like the perfect storm for an idea I've had for I guess a couple of years now, where I wanted to write a story set in an underwater metropolis, like this massive underwater city called the Reef, where there's just sea creatures of all different kinds that live together there, basically in just this huge and somewhat advanced but like modern city lifestyle. And you have things like sirens and sea ponies living alongside each other. And so that prompt of writing a story about a different race's culture and society gave me pretty much the perfect excuse to actually sit down and write a story set in this setting. And I had a great time writing it, and apparently of the, 17 or 18 stories that were submitted to this contest, a whole lot of them were about sirens, including mine and the first place winner. So apparently sirens got a lot of love in this last contest, and that's a good thing.
it just sounds like you have a hard-on for the sea.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, didn't that come across last time?
Yes, it did. I
Hey.
remember.
Hey. Well, congratulations once again. The next fucking question, if I can spit words out, is how did you get into My Little Pony?
So the rehash of that question from 2 months ago, it was back in, I guess it was the summer break between my junior and senior year of high school, or somewhere around then, when my brother just was like, hey, I heard that this show was pretty good, you want to watch it? And I'm like, sure, the art style looks pretty neato. And so we went and watched the first few episodes, and we're like, man, this show's actually pretty good. And so we went and binged the rest of season 1 and season 2, since that was all that was available at the time, since this was like right before season 3 came out. So we basically binged the first 2 seasons over a week or two, and then I was like, damn, this is a pretty great world with a whole lot of world building and mythical creatures and stuff. I bet I could write a lot of things in it. And so I started writing stories in the setting, and now here I am, trapped in the void, 7.5 years later, unable to escape.
Has the regret set in yet?
I think the regret set in like maybe the second year in. By that point, I was like, oh no, what have I done? I'm too deep in. I can't get back out.
That's actually really good. Like that's actually pretty late as far as regret goes.
Well, when I was still in high school when I first got into it, so when you're in high school, you don't understand the meaning of regret, and then once you get into college, that's when all the regret hits you at once. And that about lines up with where the regrets hit me here.
Now, on this doll, can you point where the regret touched you?
Everywhere. Just the whole thing, up and down. I have become consumed by regrets.
Dude, same. Speaking of regret, what's your
Nice.
favorite part of the fandom? What keeps you here?
I'm mostly here for all the people I've met from writing and people who've helped me edit my stories and stuff. They've become some of my best friends. So, friendship really is magic. Wow. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, so it's the story community, the people around there, people I've met from writing. They're good friends of mine now, and we play games and stuff all together all the time. And just keeping involved with how the fandom's sort of grown and kept up the creativity as the show correspondingly grew and introduced more and more new things. I'm really bad at reading fan fictions, but I will still go occasionally read something short that looks interesting. So I just like seeing what everybody's still doing these days in the fandom and coming up with new stuff. And basically, well, that's going to be our lifeblood going forward, at least for a while, since the show is now put 6 feet under, and so all we have is our own machinations and degeneracy to sustain ourselves with for the foreseeable future. So just keeping track of all of that is what keeps me invested.
I like to think the show is now buried next to Squidward's hopes and dreams.
It probably is. It's probably buried on top of Squidward's hopes and dreams just to stick it to him even further.
Speaking of sticking to Squidward.
You want to stick it into Squidward? What?
Wait, you want to stick it? Who wants to stick it into Squidward? What are we doing to Squidward?
Sounds like Priest wants to stick it into Squidward.
Priest,
No,
Priest.
What
Do you want the tentacles? Is that what I'm hearing?
it's the nose.
Oh, that is definitely the correct answer.
where Squidward's crotch is that where the beak would be?
Oh god, yeah. What if you pull up his tentacles to go at it, and you look down and there's just a beak there, and it looks at you, it's like sup. What do you do?
Is this the squid version of teeth?
Oh god. Oh well, now I know that you've seen the movie Teeth. Good job.
No, I haven't seen it, but I know what it's about, and that's enough to really just make everybody miserable, isn't it?
It really does. No one gets to be happy in that movie, literally ever.
It's true.
And now nobody gets to be happy over here, too.
Yay!
Spread the misery around.
Fine, I will. Fuck!
Fuck!
There's the segue. Speaking of misery, if there's one thing that you could say to your followers or your friends or your viewers, what would it be?
But you cut in a little bit out there. Was that if there's one thing I could say to my followers and
fans, friends, all of that jazz?
Okay. So the serious thing I'd say to them is I'm happy that they keep reading my stuff, even though my output has dramatically slowed down now that I'm done with undergrad and high school and stuff. Now I'm actually trying to be a productive member of society. Though with quarantine going on, that's kind of hard, but I'm glad that people still stick around to read my stuff and interact with my stories, even though they come out slower than ever before. And on another note, fuck yourself 2 times. Have 2, no 3, no 4, 6 drinks right now, because fuck. 7, 8, 10.
I'm shooting sake over here. This is a good day.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Number 5. Who is best pony and why is it not fucking Rarity?
Well, it's obviously has to be Long Starlight Glimmer now because that's the fucking current fandom meme, isn't it?
I love that one.
Long Starlight Glimmer.
Not just normal Starlight or even pre-reformed Starlight. It has to be Long Starlight.
I'm surprised someone hasn't taken the Long Man commercials and put Starlight Glimmer in it.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure somebody will now that you've mentioned it.
Yes, influencing the internet.
Oh my god! I just thought... I'm sorry, only I fucking probably will think this is funny. I want a horse with a short skirt and a long torso.
This is the worst thing.
Fuck.
This is the worst thing.
I think
Well,
I'm gonna write this.
All right.
You can't stop me. You can't.
Well, at least something productive has come out of this so far.
Yeah, it's minimal, but it's there.
It's the little things that count.
Aw, don't talk about yourself that way.
No, my little thing can't count. I'm sorry.
Speaking of your little thing, oh god, I need the exact questions and fucking Flam posted a million pictures.
Fuck.
Liam, stop it!
I posted one picture. Don't you dare blame me for
The
that.
3 were me.
Fucking boys! Let Priest just read the question. It's I posted it. It's below Milk making the distressed dragon face.
I see it. If you had a small metal bead and a good magnet, what is the length that you could roll this bead down your pee hole, also known as your urethra?
Well, with enough determination, you can get it pretty far. So that answers the could part. As for would I, no, because some people, they're into different things. But that's not me, fam. So the answer to your question is pretty damn far for could, but would I? Hell no.
Sometimes you have to change your penis oil.
Yeah, might as well do it while you're getting your headlight fluid changed too.
Oh, I have so many questions that I don't want answers to.
Speaking of questions I don't want answers to, other guy also asks, can I get pregnant if I dock a girl with a bigger dick than mine?
I'm pretty sure on DeviantArt they call that dick pregnancy, so if you're a DeviantArt piece of shit, then sure, why not?
And the pregnancy usually happens in the balls with a lot of the art for this, so just go look that up. You'll see.
Yeah, you have to get the cum far down enough to really reach the balls. That's where the gestation occurs. So you really have to try.
That was ball pregnancy? I thought they were like dissolved into like sperm cells themselves.
Nah, man, it depends. But there's like cock for, which is a totally different thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with your dick on the internet.
It's true. Very few of them are accurate in any way.
Now you're just ruining all my hopes and dreams.
Hey, you know what? You live in the My Little Pony fandom. You shouldn't have those anyway.
That's a good point. Thank you for reminding me.
Anytime. Happy to help with your hopelessness.
Now, without further ado, hopelessness. We have questions out in the thread. I'm gonna hit reload to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't.
Whoa! What? Are you okay? Did you have a heart attack?
No, that was a burp. It wasn't all that impressive though.
I was about to say that sounded like the first instance of someone coming on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, that was like.
If you say did you say first instance? You must not have been paying good enough attention.
It sounded like somebody wrote your name down on the jizz note.
Now that's a truly terrifying concept.
There's got to be porn of that. There's got to be somebody made Death Note, but it's called Jizz Note, and it's just.
You write somebody's name in the book, and they instantly jizz.
Yeah.
Oh god, I could just imagine.
That's got to be something already.
Oh god, I'm reimagining the whole Death Note series with that instead.
Okay, I'm googling it.
I'm gonna make Al jizz himself.
Can you imagine like the biting of the chip, except little sparkles that fly out are like jizz? Like it'll be perfect.
I will take a potato chip and fuck it.
Just gonna
I believe we call those sour cream potato chips.
Well,
it's called Wake Note, and it's on fanfiction.net by Walrus Vaginas.
That's not the same thing, Priest. That is a very large difference.
how does a rape note even work? Like, you write it down, some guy just comes out and rapes.
I'll tell you what. If this is a fan fiction, I volunteer shitface to read this later. But we need to get back to our guest because I fucking love that whenever 24th is on, we just go off the rails and act like fuckheads, and he just encourages it. But we need to.
This is the greatest thing I've ever fucking read.
Please stop! We have a guest, please!
I'm sorry.
No, dude, please go on.
Muggity has questions.
Look at the first sentence.
Stop!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, children, if we finish all of our questions for the guest, we'll get our guest to read it out loud to us. Does that sound fair?
Oh, hell yeah. I love doing dramatic fic readings.
Okay, Muggity has no fucking questions. Terry, number one, what is your favorite MLP episode? 24th.
Favorite is definitely Rarity Investigates because, as I said 2 months ago, I'm a hardcore Raridash shipper, so, that was everything I ever fucking wanted. Least favorite MLP episode, I'm sure it's something, but I tend to block a lot of the stuff from my mind. It's probably something involving Spike, though. Because, he doesn't have anything good happening for him ever.
The one where he smells his dirty feet?
I mean, that's pretty high up on there, I'm sure.
Number 2. What are your top 3 memories as a brony?
Flam, stop reading it!
What are your top...
He's reading the quick notes!
Fucking, you're in timeout, Flam! What are your top 3 memories as
So this is what it's like on the other side of someone else getting the timeout.
Okay, I'm good.
You sure, bro?
Oh my god.
I think this is making a strong push for one of the top 3 memories, just watching this entire fucking podcast fall apart.
Are you? I'll just say this now. Pegasus, after the cast, are you willing to spend like 15, 20 minutes with us, and I'll do a shit-face, shit-fic reading of this thing and record it?
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. So, top 3 memories as a brony. Fucking, I guess, getting into the fandom and writing shit and not having it be absolutely shit on by everybody at large. That was pretty good. Pretty nice feeling. Getting to go meet all the people that I met online at the BronyCon I went to, and fuck, I guess that was 2014 when I finally got to meet a bunch of my friends there. And third memory, honestly, I don't fucking know. I'm not very good at categorizing things. I'm very much a person that sort of just goes with the flow and takes things as they come, no matter what they may be or how large.
You said 2014. Does that count? That's a number.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a number. That is a number, all right.
My god. Up next, who is worse, Zephyr Breeze or Spoiled Rich?
I think it probably has to go to Zephyr Breeze, just hands down, because he's pretty much designed to be a pathetic little manlet. So I don't know how you can get, when you're comparing an incel versus a successful business owner. The distinction's pretty clear. Which one's obviously worse? So Zephyr Breeze can eat all the shit because he's out.
Successful business owner when she got her business for sucking dick.
Yeah, it was successful.
Oh god.
There's the door. You can get out.
Oh, cool.
Sexful.
Yes, good. This is our cast. I am happy.
What is your favorite My Little Pony male female ships?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to have to default the answer on this is that the canon, or at least the explanation I like what I've seen from the last episode is that Luster Dawn is Starlight and Sunburst's child because their palettes and cutie marks and stuff match up a whole bunch. So I guess by default I'm going to have to say that because they made a character whose design I think is pretty neato. Other than that, I don't really know.
Number 5, which Barcast member would you turn into a Mary Sue Alicorn, and what would be the prince or princess of?
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to turn Flam and Werfer into the Mary Sue Alicorn about fucking Rape Note, since he seems to be enjoying that quite a bit.
Just to clarify, it's called Wank Note, but I think every single one of us heard Rape Note when
Yeah, I heard Rape Note. Well, wank Note's even better then.
I know, because I think all of us went still. You're like, he's like, it's here. It's called Rape Note. I'm like, that's not the same. That's not the same.
And I immediately thought of 10 years ago, the fucking Rape Man cartoon.
Oh, no,
Did I
Rakes here. Nothing but rakes.
Did I seriously roll over that W?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely
yeah.
heard Rape Note. We all heard Rape Note.
The chat is saying they heard Rape Note.
God damn it!
It's unanimous.
This
Okay.
is the worst best cast.
No. Like, what?
I always
Jake
try to
the
make
Army
it
guy.
as quickly as possible.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
so-
fucking stop.
So Jake the Army guy allowed us to interview top 3 people because he considered us to be one of the premier pony podcasts that's out there in the world right now. Fucking, this is the bar, people. This
We're
is
talking
the
about
bar.
We're out here talking about Rape Note and shit, guys. Like, what did you expect?
Oh, hell yeah.
I can still limbo under that bar. It's not low enough.
No, you can't. Don't pretend.
The bar gets lower every single
We have
week.
to go dig a trench for this one. We'll find it underneath Squidward's hopes and dreams.
Oh,
The nose,
just
though.
merciful
Just
Jesus.
don't lower it while I'm underneath it, because I don't want to get decapitated like it's a guillotine.
Oh, please, I'm ready.
I'm surprised
Just
you need to
end
work
it all.
guillotine, honey cakes.
Number 6. Do you think there should be a male alicorn? 10.
No. Why would somebody suggest this? That just seems like a veiled way of asking, do you think my alicorn OC is cool? And the answer to that is always no. So stop, please. Just don't.
Number 7. If you could change one thing in any episode, what would it be and why would you do it?
I'd probably just remove Spike. Honestly,
Yeah!
what point does he serve? Just do that across the whole board, it'd be great.
But how?
Episode 1, Spike dies, and it's just a ripple effect.
Episode 1, Spike falls off the chariot going to Ponyville and dies. The end.
Yes.
But all the other episodes remain the same. Just Spike's not in it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the Canterlot Games episode is just
So-
about like the Olympics
so-
going well.
So the only change will be that they start using the postage system.
Yeah, the equestrian postage system finally gets the recognition it deserves.
Significantly more derpy. I don't hear the downside.
Up to the point where the postage system saves the Crystal Empire and the Crystal Games. Somebody get on that. Start writing it.
I didn't know the
I love
postage
this
system.
cast.
I didn't know
I've
the
given-
postage. Go ahead. Petra.
I have given up, and I love this cast today. Let us continue.
Wow, I'm a positive influence for once. That's amazing.
Yeah. I think Priest shorted out his mic laughing,
Yep.
so I'll tell you what.
Priest is having a fucking seizure or something.
All right, so I'll just okay. I'll go to the next question since Priest is dying and his mic is all shorted out. Who would you befriend if you were a pony?
Probably whoever is a cool pony and feels like being friends. I don't know why somebody asked that, like, you're gonna go out with the goal of, like, hunting down a specific pony, be like, you will be my friend or you will fucking die.
I mean, I would do that.
I mean, yeah, there's something like that, sure. You'd probably end up in Tartarus or something if they're willing to just throw a fucking, like, 8-year-old little girl into Tartarus. Who knows what sort of war crimes these ponies are up to.
You make it sound like friendship in that world is like a dating sim where you have to lock yourself in a friendship route.
Yeah, exactly. At least that's what it makes this question makes it sound like.
I mean, isn't life just one big dating sim, guys?
Yeah,
Isn't it,
for
though?
me, it's not. It's a giant
Well, that just-
friendship sim for me.
That just means you're failing at the dating sim game.
This is
Yeah,
true.
man.
You're definitely not getting the high score.
I'm
You
not
comforted
denying that.
comforted Misha, didn't you? You comforted Misha.
I'm not. Look, my life is not a dating sim. It is a dating. It is that.
So he's a dating simp.
Oh wow!
You
I
just-
hate
You're calling yourself a simp?
I still don't know the definition for that. I
Oh,
just-
honey, no.
Sucker idolizing mediocre pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
But that is Enigma. That is
Yeah.
Enigma.
I like Ember.
Yeah,
If
it's
my life
yeah,
is-
yeah.
If my life is any indicator of
You're right.
if my life is any indicator of the dating sims I played, I pretty much fucked birds, Colonel Sanders, and set schools on fire.
Well,
Yeah,
what
but
about
how can
blind
you
girls?
say
You
no to
also
Colonel
date blind
Sanders,
girls.
though?
Yeah.
That's true. Blind girls.
Oh yeah, burn girls.
Eye holes.
Wow.
Oh my
Now
god.
then.
That's...
Number 8, who would you befriend if you were a pony?
We already just did this one.
Well, fucking number 9, who would you betray if you were a pony?
Everyone. My quest for power has no limits. They would all fall beneath me.
Okay, listen here, Cozy Glow.
Oh, she'd get betrayed too, don't worry.
It would be like Betrayal chess.
Isn't
Exactly.
that's chess. That's just chess, guys.
No, Stratego.
You guys are
Just
over here
stop-
playing 3D chess, and I'm playing 4D chess.
Yeah, well, I'm playing 4E chess, so get fucked.
Really? Because I'm playing C chess, so fuck off.
Wow.
I'm playing CD's nuts!
Oh, I'm
Got
done.
him.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Moostasm is up next. Number 1. Equestria, vacation spot or a permanent residence?
Probably vacation spot, because it seems like there's way too much bullshit going on there all the time for me to put up with having to live there. I mean, you're gonna have to, you go, every month you have to look at the calendar and just go, so I can spin the wheel to figure out what the nation's gonna get goddamn crippled by next. What sort of magical monstrosity is going to go make your life a living hell?
That's only in Ponyville, though. Nothing ever happens to, the New York place. I forgot the name already.
The New York place?
Yes, the New York City.
I forgot the name! It's
Of New
escaping
York
me.
City. Of
It's
New York
called
City.
New Horse City. It's okay.
Manhattan?
Manhattan! I was gonna say
New
Minneapolis.
Horse City.
New Horse City kind of works, actually.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Well, see, well, it's because the show only follows the characters live in Ponyville, so maybe the rest of the country is just completely getting fucking just destroyed nonstop, and we just don't see it.
Speaking of getting destroyed nonstop,
Hey, Lamau.
a cheeky timeline shenanigan time. You get to replace one painting, statues, literature, videos with one piece of your own artwork. Your art gets the same exposure as the replaced work, including public showings, reading, school assignments being read in church, etc. God damn it. I've gone for fucking 6 weeks without saying that. Just, what do you replace with what and how has history changed?
Obviously, I think the way to go is just draw a picture of long starlight glimmer and replace the Mona Lisa with it.
I like to
Can you
think...
imagine seeing all the crowds just staring at this very long mural of a long horse on a wall.
No, I like to...
Constantly getting stolen.
I like to think that it's drawn almost the same way as the Mona Lisa, except it's starlight, and in the background you can see the rest of her body stretching into the horizon. Over
Yeah,
the
it just goes over the hills and up the mountains and just out of the frame. She truly has achieved the maximum long.
She truly is the equator.
She is the equator now. There is no escape.
Speaking of escape, if you were the very model of a modern major general, would you have information primarily animal, vegetable?
Definitely mineral, because you can kill animals and vegetables with minerals, and therefore I have the power and the high ground, because the ground's made out of minerals.
Oh.
It's over, Anakin.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high minerals!
We just, it's old memes, the podcast. That's what we're doing today.
Yep.
Okay.
What a way to feel young.
Oh, I feel so much older, thank you.
You're just jealous of my power.
Don't try it.
Well, hello there.
Yes, Master.
General Kenobi. Section ratio, General. It truly is a day of bold.
I thought you said a day of bulge.
Nope. Have none of you guys ever seen Backstroke of the West?
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes.
Oh my god, yes.
I want there to be other movies done in that style, and I've heard there will be, and I'm waiting. Where's my fucking movie? Sorry.
Oh, I really want to see some of the other movies done just like that. That is my favorite version of Episode 3. If I had a choice between watching normal Episode 3 or Backstroke of the West, it's Backstroke of the West every time.
I love Backstroke of the West. We are for the big.
We are for the big.
Mr. Speaker, we are for the big.
Alex underscore is up next and says, nice.
Nice.
Number 1, how many raw onions do you think you could eat in one sitting?
I've eaten half of a raw onion once on a dare, so I could probably eat a couple more. It's not. It's not the. So the thing about eating raw onions, because I have experience with this, it's not the eating of the raw onion that makes you regret your life. It's about, let's say, 6 hours after you eat the raw onion, when the aftertaste is still lingering on your tongue and around your gums, and it won't go away, and you're trying to drink water, drink beer, drink alcohol, eat food, anything, and you get a momentary reprieve, and then you sit back for 5 minutes and it comes back. And then you go to sleep after agonizing over it for, like half an hour, and then you wake up and you can still faintly taste it, just at the corners of your mouth. It's not the eating onions in the sitting that gets you, it's the pain that comes afterwards. So, if I absolutely had to eat a bunch of onions in one sitting, I feel like I could probably eat a dozen onions, but I'm going to probably commit suicide shortly thereafter.
You can counter the onion juice by just swallowing a bunch of baking powder and then drinking a bunch of vinegar.
Ah, yes, perfect. That'll help me on my suicide.
Well, you know what they say here at the Barcast.
Killing yourself is always an option.
Please kill me.
I thought the saying was you can't kill yourself here because the bar is too low to hang from.
Oh God!
That's why we go with the fucking guillotine route. We already figured that out.
I think we'll have to change it. I think we'll have to change that. I think it's official because here on the Barcast we actually really don't want you to kill yourself, and so I like this. You can't kill yourself on the Barcast because the bar is too low for you to hang yourself from. Good job, Enigma!
Yeah.
He did it. He single-handedly saved the world.
Speaking of
dropped to 0.
Well.
Speaking of suicide mottos, what's your motto in life?
Fuck. That's honestly probably it.
Well, alright then.
What advice do you have for those who wish to fuck?
You can either fuck one of two ways. You either fuck with somebody else or you fuck with yourself, and both are easily attainable. There's always fuck close at hand, sometimes closer than you think.
You can go to your neighbors and ask if you can borrow some fuck.
Yeah, borrow a cup of fuck.
Excuse me, sir, do you have fucks to give?
Please, sir, can I have some more? Okay, we were on the same note
Please,
there.
sir, can I have some fuck?
May I have a crumb of pussy?
I have a cancer, boss.
Mamma mia.
That's a spicy fuck.
That's a spicy fuck.
Babada-boopy, beepity-boppity.
You give him the little bippity bop and a little boopity zoop, and you're good.
Number 3. How good would you say you are at dancing?
Listen, I'm a white guy, so I know I'm not good at dancing. That's just how it goes. Not only that, but I'm a tall white guy who's lanky as all fuck. So, the dancing thing, it just doesn't happen. That's way too much coordination for me.
Yeah, as a white guy, the only dancing you can do is caramel dancing.
No, I'd rather kill myself.
Hey, back to killing ourselves.
Speaking of killing ourselves, number 4, what will it say on your gravestone?
Fuck.
With 2 C's.
Fuck.
With a W, too.
Fuck.
F-A-W-C.
Fuck.
That's a phlegm at the
up,
end.
fam.
Ooh, woo, that's a good fucky wucky right there.
No, I'm coming back from the grave just to kill you for saying that.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna go back to sleep.
He was number 1!
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, yeah.
What have we done?
Actually, I'm number 24.
Hey! He said a number, we drink again.
Number 5, what is your favorite word?
I feel like we all know what the answer to this question is. Do I even have to say it? I will say it because fuck you. It's fuck. Take 2 drinks.
Yay.
3, 4, 6. It just compounds itself every time you try to correct somebody.
2, 4, 6, 8. This is how we inebriate.
Wow.
Oh god, why are you clever today, Enigma? I'm mad at you. Absolutely do.
What a world.
Have you ever, been in the middle of something that's so good, you just feel like you...
Yes, I do feel like I just ceased to exist.
Have you ever been so far as to do what looked more like?
Yes.
Arcade
All the
Striker
time.
Jake. Arcade Striker JK5 is up next.
5.
Yes, you said it again. What's a
Fuck.
franchise? God damn it! What's a franchise you like that you feel deserves more exposure?
So going off of my one of my favorite franchises I explained 2 months ago, definitely the Ace Combat franchise. That always deserves more exposure.
Yes, I would have to agree.
As, I always want to see it. More people get to experience that, and mostly even just the music. You don't even have to play the game; just listen to the music because they're pretty much all bangers.
Well, I mean, also play the game because it's good.
Yeah, but if you're one of those people that can't afford to go buy the fucking game on Steam, Ace Combat 7, just go listen to some of the music, and you'll that'll only encourage you to go buy it.
Well, don't you see?
Don't you see? He walked all over it. He walked all over the with his dirty boots. Crisp white bed sheets.
I like how this is a thing only the three of us know. The rest are just out of the loop.
Crisp white bed
Very
sheets.
confused, but that's pretty
Salvation.
normal.
I'm just kind of
The
vaguely
death,
sad.
the death of a million is a necessity.
What is this life?
Number 2, what is a well-known or popular franchise you can't get into or understand why people like?
So this is basically me with pretty much any anime series because I don't like anime. I don't like watching anime, and a lot of that has to do with my friends from high school that always show me the same old slice of life school stuff. Just imprinted in me a very strong distaste for anime in general. So I guess the answer to that is all anime. Is something more in the video game side of things. I'm sure plenty of people are gonna think I'm awful for saying this, but I don't fucking care at all about Final Fantasy. I think I might have played one of the games, at least a little bit of one of the games once, but I don't like it. I don't care about it. And everybody on the internet's losing their shit about the Final Fantasy VII remake or something. What it is that came out like not too long ago, and I could not possibly care less.
It was a good story for the time.
So there you go.
The other guy's up next and supplies us with a picture that's actually, I don't know, I like this one this week. How does this make you feel?
I don't know. I don't feel. I think I don't feel particularly anything because I'm desensitized by a lot worse stuff and a lot stranger stuff, not necessarily worse stuff. So this is like, I don't know. That is certainly a thing that I'm looking at, and I don't think I have any strong feelings about it.
It looks like a squid crossbred with a narwhal.
Okay,
Yeah, I
come
mean,
on.
yeah, I was more interested on what kind of cookie it's eating. It looks like it's chocolate chips. That's fine. If it was something else, maybe I might have gotten a rise out of me.
Is that a cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
cookie in its tentacles.
I assumed it was like some sort of pufferfish or some shit.
It's a squiddy bell.
I thought it was
Wow.
sponge.
Squiddy Bell actually is pretty fun to say, I'm not gonna lie.
Squiddy bell.
See, is
No,
it fun?
that's definitely a cookie. Looks like a partially eaten chocolate chip cookie.
Fantastic.
And then next question, how much charity money would it take for you to star in a porno?
I don't remember what answer I gave to this 2 months ago. I know I gave an answer to it.
Yeah.
I know. I think I said something along the lines that I wouldn't do it unless the charity money went to me.
That
I
sounds
am
like
the charity.
The charity of my bank account.
Yes, exactly. Then if it's the charity going to my bank account, then I'd do a lot of things for something with a lot of zeros after it.
Fair enough. Short Skirts and Explosions is up next. He asks, what doth life?
And the answer I gave to that 2 months ago, which I will repeat for the people who are not here to witness my truly wonderful philosophy, is that life doth what death dothn't.
It's true.
Hella deep, man. Hella deep.
That just sounded like a remix version of Nintendo. Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Wow. Can somebody help me dig to find the bar? I need to guillotine myself on it right now.
Guillotining yourself on a bar. I gotta witness this. Oh yeah, I'll help.
Awesome. Just what I've been waiting for.
Entibus is up next, who I can safely say is a new, pretty regular commenter on these threads. It's always happy to see you here.
Nice.
Number
He's in
one.
chat right now, so hi, dude.
Hello
Best
there.
ship and worst ship.
Best ship, as I explained or said before, was Rare Dash, and the worst ship is 100% Sparity. God, I hate everything about that ship.
I
All
mean,
of it.
Spike experiencing love at all is one of the worst.
Yeah, you know, Spike, just reminders that Spike exists is really, really a bad thing. It just sort of ruins my day whenever I'm having a good day and doing something, and I'll just like, I'll see a picture of art or something that has art that has Spike and be like, fuck man, Spike exists. My day is ruined.
What if there was a non-story that like Anon goes out of his way to help Spike reunite with his like egg birth mother, and then fucks her?
right in front of him. Just really stick it to him.
The route something I would write.
The route I thought this was gonna go was he finds her and then he crawls back in there.
I see when I was
Now we can be brothers.
one of the things I had that quickly jumped to my mind when you were saying that is that Anon goes to Equestria and he goes and finds some magic to work the Mandela effect on Spike and just make everybody forget he exists.
That's awesome. All of this is wonderful. I like all of this.
Number 2, have you listened to Ponies at Dawn?
Nope.
All right. Number 3.
I'm pretty bad at listening or intaking others' creative works because I tend to be way too focused on my own creative works instead.
Well, guys, if he's a closet brony, he only listens to Ponies at night.
Wow. You saying you're only in your closet at night? What the fuck? You're missing out on valuable closet time.
something screaming closet. Hey. Number 3. Thoughts on your second place victory?
I'm pretty satisfied with it. I honestly didn't know how the story was going to do since it's kind of just, out there. It's I feel like it's a very simple and tropey story, so I wasn't sure if it was going to actually place or anything. So, I'm pleased that it got a second place and I got a positive reception to sharing the reef with everybody.
Nobody drinks. Second is not a number; it's a position.
2
Oh,
out of
there you
17. You fucks. Man, I'm almost done with my second drink. This is disappointing.
How small are your sips?
Not very small.
Oh.
He's a champion.
Listen, I already said I scheduled in alcohol poisoning for later tonight. This is just working me up to it.
Fair enough. Speaking of alcohol poisoning, number 4, what non-canon race would you like to see in the show?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what he means by non-canon race, just like fantasy shit in general, or like stuff from the comics.
I think like moth ponies, food ponies.
Just put Mothman in there. Just Mothman himself. There we go.
I know you said non-canon race, but what I heard you say was non-canon rape.
Why is this the rape cast today? God damn it.
Hey, Lamau.
I'm not a fan of rape cast.
Open up wide, Jizz. I'm gonna grape you in the...
Oh, I hate this.
I'm gonna grape you in the mouth! And then I'm gonna grape your parents too!
Find your parents and tie up your radiator.
Number 5!
Mandeville, help me.
Jesus Christ, number 5. Can you do a Diamond Dog impression?
Meow?
As Does this stomach dog have like species issues?
Yes.
Is it like a trans species thing?
Yes.
Sure, it's whatever you want it to be. I didn't know how to answer that one when I was looking through the questions earlier, so I just decided to make a shitty Sonic joke. It seems it was fairly popular.
Number 69. Nice. Cozy Glow,
Nice.
Lightning Dust, or Flurry Heart. Which one has the most unused potential?
Flurry Heart's just sort of an annoying child, so I mean, I'm sure there's potential there, but the series ended before we even got to that, so I'm gonna disqualify it because being outside the scope of the series. Cozy Glow, she got her sort of spotlight as a baddie and stuff. I kind of like Lightning Dust as a character, and I feel like that she had a lot of unused potential. When she was first introduced, she was a pretty good foil to Rainbow Dash's, the cocky flyer that Rainbow Dash was before she, decided that friends are cool and stuff. So I would have liked to see more out of her other than 2 episodes, and the second episode is they kind of just didn't really go anywhere with her character by the end of it. So more Lightning Dust would have been nice.
I imagine Lightning Dust died off screen because there was no safety going on with the stunts, so she probably got like decapitated by one of the stunt machines.
Yeah, the rocket that she got stuck to just flew off and blew up, and that was the end of her.
This cast got so dark.
Fireworks. Wait, rockets flying in. Fuck, how'd that song go about fireworks?
Sky rockets in flight!
That's Afternoon Delights!
What a world.
I don't know if I love or hate it.
Yes.
Love and Trooper is up next. Number 1, what is your most heartwarming moment at a convention?
I'm not sure about heartwarming, as I don't think there's anything we go, oh, that's so heartwarming. But I mean, just getting to see and meet my friends for the first time at 2014, that was pretty neat. So that's probably pretty high up on my list of convention memories. And then I got shit-faced that night, so that was also pretty good.
That definitely raises the temperature of your ticker.
And I wasn't even legal then, so
Hey, no. Hey, no. Incriminating.
Officers.
No incriminating as one of the rules. Hey.
So, this is just me, and kind of elaborate on. I find it interesting that you say that the meeting your friends for the first time is the most heartwarming thing, because the thing that I tend to remember is like the final day need to leave hugs. Like, I don't know. Like, I've always found that the last day of con, everyone's like gonna miss each other. It's like that I latch onto.
I think that's probably mostly because I don't know, whenever it came to the last day of cons, I'd be like, alright, out skis. It was nice seeing you guys, I'm out. And I just sort of, said goodbyes and left. I'm not one that gets too tied up into the emotional greetings or partings, stuff like that.
I see.
That never really stuck with me. As also, I know that I'm going to talk with those people again later in the week over the internet, and so it's not like, sure, it kind of sucks that I'm not going to be able to see them again for a while, but it also, I don't feel like there's anything really too lost at the end of it.
You can just be like, out, fucking out, nerds.
Yeah, the last BrodyCon, the people I was rooming with, they had the room for another day, but I lived not too far away from Baltimore, so I just drove down there on my own. So just like, alright, I don't feel like hurting my neck sleeping on the hotel bed for another night, so I'm just gonna go. And so I basically said goodbye and left. And that was basically it for the last BrodyCon.
What were you gonna say, Pencil? Yeah.
There is a right and a wrong answer here. What was your best moment at a convention?
Getting laid.
Oh my god.
Meeting you.
Wow.
There we go, meeting your fucking girlfriend!
I like how
saying.
getting laid was the first one behind.
Oh my god!
Well,
I mean, they're kind of related.
No,
they aren't the same.
Priest, I can't imagine a situation where you get laid with someone before you meet them.
yeah.
I mean, glory.
It was a
hole.
dark room, there was a lot of alcohol involved.
I mean, he is right, but no.
You saved it for the morning after when everybody was too hungover to do anything.
Are you saying that Pencil stuck her penis through the glory hole and that's how you met her?
I mean, there was the dog dick.
That's fair.
Nice.
Pegasus had, 24th Pegasus had no idea.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, the dog dick.
I guess
We haven't talked
Pencil's a
about
terrible
that.
person. That's fine.
Nice.
Yep, no, it's fine. It's not what it sounds like.
It's a bad dragon.
Nice.
It's still not what it sounds like.
Number 2.
I'm sure it's a behavior.
Nice.
I force people to drink out of it. I give people shots out of it. People do the actual fucking god.
Nice.
Nice.
Number 2. What advice would you give to people who like writing their own fan fictions?
So I gave some similar advice last time, but for people who start writing their own fan fictions, I guess the important thing to realize is that when you sit down and you finish your first draft, it is not going to be the next great American novel or whatever nationality you're from. It's going to, unless you're like, the reincarnation of Hemingway or somebody, it's going to be pretty bad. No matter pretty much who you are, your first draft is going to be pretty rough. And once you get experience, the first draft isn't as rough, and you can sort of work with it going forward. But if you're just start writing your own stuff, it's probably going to be bad, and you just have to realize that. And so don't get disheartened by that. It being bad is your opportunity to go work on it and make it better. Just don't go write your first fan fiction, think it's great, go post it onto the site, and then get really upset when you get like 20 downvotes compared to 4 upvotes. That's just how it's going to be. It takes some time to get it polished and get it acceptable. So don't be disheartened by your first attempts. You just kind of have to work at it and spend the time and effort to make it better.
Yeah, otherwise you get wank note.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was written by Hemingway's Ghost. Beautiful.
That is quality. From what I read, that is absolute quality.
That one was actually written by Hemingway's Ghost.
Can you imagine? Hemingway comes back and he's just like, what do I want to write?
Yeah, he spent a lot of time watching anime in the grave, apparently. It really stuck with him.
What else you got to do in the grave? Watch Death Note.
Talk to your neighbor, Squidward's hopes and dreams.
Yeah. See, it's perfect.
So, in lieu of having any sort of sincere moment on this cast, number 3, what did you draw on for inspiration when writing the music of the Reef?
So, alright, so, I mean, I'm not sure where I first got the idea of the Reef, since pretty much the entire story was formed around by me wanting to write the setting, so it's only fair I talk about the setting more than anything else. So, I'm not really sure where I first got the idea of the underwater city of the Reef and just making this pretty great multicultural city. But then I also had a realization, I think sometime after I wrote it, that I remembered I watched the movie Shark Tale, which has an underwater city in it. And I was like, oh no, the movie Shark Tale has a fucking New York City underwater city in it. Maybe I subconsciously picked up on that and turned this awful fucking Pixar movie into a story. So, I don't really know. But if anything, you can probably blame the setting on something like that. So in short, thank or blame Will Smith for creating the Reef for me. I couldn't have done it without him.
At the whale wash. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of my inspiration comes from the most cursed of places.
This I can agree to. Mine as well.
DreamWorks.
Truly cursed.
Number 4, which Barcast member would you like to work with if you could collaborate on a story with them?
Fuck it, I'll collaborate with basically anybody as long as they've got good ideas.
Fuck yes, let me tell you
I don't have many ideas, but they're good.
fucking long Starlight Shimmer.
Let
You do
me,
not
Starlight
want to
Shimmer.
collab with me, honey. You do not.
let
want
me
to
tell
collab
you
with
about this story.
Starlight Glimmer and Sunset Shimmer get fused into one long pony? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, hell
pencil.
yeah.
What?
Just quickly
What?
before we move on, Enigma and I were
What?
talking. There needs to be a sequel for Deflower the Dark Side.
Oh yes.
Oh God.
Why are we doing this on cast?
That's all I wanted to say. Let's go.
Why do we do anything on cast at the end of the day?
Just a
glorious
suffer.
satin.
You know, I'm happy you asked because we're halfway through the cast, and we're gonna tell you why we fucking do this.
Well,
Hey, Pencil.
fuck.
Hey, what?
Do you know that we actually raise money for horse rescue charity?
Yes.
Good.
You have to
That
do
it?
more.
Really?
Priest, you have to.
Fuck.
Priest, you have to do more. You have to do more, Priest.
If you enjoy our content and you want to support our charity endeavors, please consider donating some money to our Patreon, tossing us some bits on Twitch. I don't think we have like an ad hoc like PayPal or Ko-fi, although we'll probably have to think about that at some point. But 100% of all the money that we collect goes to Red Wings Horse Sanctuary in mid-California. There, we have sponsored a horse by the name of Little Bit because he's our little bit of sunshine. His name's actually a little bit of Stardust. But anyway, point is, our money that we receive through ads and everything else goes 100% there. Last year we were able to raise $700 thanks to your help. This year we want to do even more. So please, if you have some spare money, please consider donating there. On top of that, when we do like to run contests and stuff, it's 100% out of our pocket and stuff that we've been able to interact with in the Brunch fandom. Speaking of contests, and on Pencil's running one right now. Pencil, would you like to talk about it?
I didn't intend to, but sure.
Oh, sorry.
There's a contest. It's for horror stories. Check out our group on FimFic. Read the rules and make an entry. There are prizes. The end.
Yes. That's
Also,
a great...
if you'd like to donate money and you don't have any actual cash for the Barcast, you can click the little diamond in the lower right-hand side of the chat bar for Twitch. That is for bits. Then you say get bits, you click get bits, and you watch a short video to earn some bits. You can donate those bits and they become real money for us, and you don't have to spend a thing except your time. So there you go.
Click the diamond to get bits for little bit.
Yes.
A
It's
little bit
true.
of your time for little bits to give to little.
Little bits. It's a
And
little
that-
bit, guys.
Bits.
And at the end of the cast, we'll read out the person who has the most bits donated. Right now, it's the other guy with 69 nice bits.
Nice.
Nice.
And yeah, so that will be a thing that happens later on. Now then, back to the questions because that was awkward.
Nice.
Which planet would you travel to get out of the house and want to receive a planet that does not include Earth?
You might want to repeat that. You were leaving orbit.
God damn it.
He was on his way out.
Which planet would you travel to get out of the house? And once there, what would you like to do or see on that planet? And the planets don't include Earth.
Well, the scientific answer to this is it really only leaves you with like 2 planets you could reasonably, travel to and do things. One of them being Mars, and the other one being the dark side of Mercury, because all the other ones are going to kill you immediately if you try to step foot on them. So, I don't know, fucking go look at some Mars rocks or something, and look at that Mars dust, be like, wow, that's a good Mars. And,
Wow,
that's
that's
about
a
it.
good Mars.
that is a very good Mars. I did it. I saw the Mars. Now, only my fucking internet didn't take 14 minutes to go send a response back from Earth. All the
I
other
know.
planets will kill you immediately.
I can only imagine how long it will take for my porn to buffer on Mars.
Oh yeah, that's really gonna be the killer. It takes
That assumes
14
there's no
minutes at
Mars.
light speed to go from Mars to the Earth.
We see that assumes there's no Martian porn just waiting for you up there.
Well, NASA's had their best rovers on it for years, and they haven't uncovered any Martian porn, so, you might be out of luck there.
I'm sorry, people are really good at hiding their porn stashes, so I don't know.
Listen, if NASA can't find your fucking porn stash, then I don't think you're going to be able to find the Martian's porn stash.
Either that or NASA just isn't good at looking for porn.
They confuse evidence of water with previous wank stains from aliens.
Yeah, exactly. How do you
wanna
think those
clap
wank
some
stains
alien
just
cheeks.
appeared one day?
Sweet Jesus does.
But the alien cheeks end up clapping you.
I think we're gonna move to the next question. Number
Don't think
6.
aliens.
Where
Play
would
the
you like to see? God damn it! Where would you like to see yourself in 3 to 5 years, both personally and professionally?
Well, presumably, dead would be a great start to that. But morbid suicide jokes aside, hopefully in 3 to 5 years, I'm done with my graduate degree and stuff, and I'm working and not homeless and sad. So being independent and actually doing things when I'm no longer in my the prime of my youth, that'd be wonderful. Otherwise, then I don't know what the fuck I'd do with myself at that point if I'm not working or being a productive member of society.
I thought your answer was going to be wanking on Mars.
Well, I mean that could be incorporated in 3 to 5 years, but I don't think we're getting to Mars in 3 to 5 years. So, I'm try to keep my expectations realistic. It's going to take a little bit longer before we get to Mars.
Up next, what do you believe the future holds for film fiction?
It'll probably still exist. One can only hope. And maybe it's still around. I think the current meme of the future of film fiction is where the fuck is genfic, but does anybody really care about that at all?
I do. Okay.
I do.
Does anybody care about that at all?
I have a has-been hotel fic idea that I want to write down, and I don't want to post it on fan fiction.
Oh yeah, there truly are a few worse things than that.
I mean,
But then you get to share a site with Rape Note.
God damn it.
What is our lives, guys?
Our lives is the next fucking question. Out of everything you've done in life, what are you most proud of not related to My Little Pony?
Oh, it actually was. Oh.
What have I done the most proud of? There's this sort of ties back into the fact that I don't really care about a whole lot of things all that much, so nothing immediately comes to my head. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff that I've done that I'm like, man, that was pretty cool. I think honestly the fact that I've been fortunate enough to travel a lot has been one of the things I really have enjoyed about my life. I've been able to get a whole bunch of experiences in different countries and stuff like that. So that's been pretty cool. Just getting to see different cultures in different parts of the world is a pretty great eye-opening experience for those who are fortunate enough to be able to do it. I've been all over the U.S. just from with my family and stuff, and then I've been to Europe a whole bunch. So I've got to see a whole lot of cool places and wonderful people. So just being able to do that is what I'd say I'm probably the most proud of and fortunate for.
All right. Now then, next question is, what games, movie shows... God damn it.
What movie shows? TVs?
What picture show do you enjoy most?
The talkies.
Hey, girl, hey, Toots, you want to go down to them picture show? I promise not to get too fresh, you know what I mean.
I promise to hold you when the train is gonna hit you.
When that train comes out of the screen, you better fucking run for your life.
I need to fucking give up. Number 9. What games, movies, TV shows, fan fiction would you personally recommend every time?
So there was sort of stemming from the fact that I don't really consume a whole lot of media like stories and TV shows and stuff, I sort of have a pretty limited selection on this. One of my favorite TV shows was on Amazon Prime that ran 4 seasons, called The Man in the High Castle, which is an interesting. It's an interesting TV show based on, or loosely adapted from a Philip K. Dick novel about what would happen if the Axis won World War II and what's America's like. And for the first 2.5 seasons of it, it was pretty good, and then they kind of rushed everything through season 4, and me and a friend binge-watched all of season 4 in one sitting, and the ending of it was infuriatingly vague, that we could only just look at each other and say, well, they have come, based on the last line in the episode, or in the series. But the first 2.5 seasons of that were pretty good, so it was an interesting look at what the world might have been like otherwise. But
that book is weird.
It
just makes there's no historical basis. Like, I know it's a play on what if, but even when it's with what if, it makes a whole lot of very weird assumptions that couldn't possibly have happened.
Yeah, so I know that the TV show, thankfully, is only loosely based off the book, so they do a whole lot better job with trying to adapt it and actually make it make sense, as opposed to whatever Dick tried to do with his book. But yeah, the first 2.5 seasons, even a bit of the last bit of the 3rd season, were pretty good, and then the 4th season just went way off the rails, and I was disappointed. But that's a good way to kill a whole bunch of hours.
So it had a Game of Thrones moment?
Yes, it did, because I guess I feel like they were trying to set up to do a bunch of stuff at the end of Season 3, and then Amazon and Big Daddy Bezos is just like, it's going to end after Season 4, and they're just like, oh, fuck, and they tried to go figure out what to do to wrap everything up in a season. It didn't turn out that well. That's what happened.
Big surprise. Trying to wrap everything up when you have a much longer story planned?
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Very cool.
Number 10, could you share the Wi-Fi password?
No, the Wi-Fi password at my house is actually my dad's cell phone number, so no, I could not.
Please no share then.
Please no share. Now
999-9999. Go fuck yourself.
We getting German up in here.
We're getting drunk up in here.
Blind, you speak German, please translate.
9.
He said, no, and I'm German, I don't understand English.
No. Sorry.
Yes.
Violin. It's time for questions of a violin.
It's time for questions with Byline.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
It's Violin asks, how are you today?
Yep. That's about it. Not as drunk as I should be, honestly. I should have grabbed another drink to prepare for the second half of this podcast, because I already burned through the first one too quickly.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to throw up over here. Latreus is up.
Did you drink too much?
I think I did.
Oh my fucking lord.
Wow, weak.
Can we warn people about this?
Yes.
Weak. Pathetic.
There's been too much fuck.
Fuck.
Priest, you've only said 69 like 69 times.
69 fucks.
Like 99 Red Bull and 6 of its fucks.
Latreus is up first. Would you hug a bat pony?
No. I hate bat ponies.
Would you hug
Why?
a Luna?
The answer to the why is that I always saw terrible bat pony OCs over the years, just one after the other, and so it ingrained in me a pretty strong distaste for bat ponies and bat pony OCs in general. So, hashtag kill them all.
A disdain for bat ponies and bat pony accessories.
Exactly.
I also am a fan of Metallica albums.
Hooray.
Would you hug Luna?
Sure.
A non-Philly?
I'd be on the lookout for some cheeky shenanigans. Who knows what that crazy filly's up to?
It's true. Would you hug Nyx?
Sure.
An original style changeling?
So long as it only gives me the suck when I ask for it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gotta
you
keep
said
it-
this weird thing about the suck. I forgot about that. You
Gotta
weird thing
keep the
about
sucking consensual.
Consensual suit.
Yes, exactly.
Would you hug a Celis?
It's sort of on the same premise as before, but sure.
And now Jammer is up next. Number 1. What's it like to write? Do you have any tips or tricks or things you wish you knew when you first started?
Writing is an experience in misery and wondering why the fuck you can't write the thing you want to write, no matter how hard you try. The words and images in your brain, they will not come onto the paper as you hope they will. So it's a lot of patience and editing to go try to make it better and sort of get that vision that you have in your head out onto the paper.
I also struggle at coming on paper.
Yep, you have to work yourself up to it. It takes a little bit of effort. You have to be in the mood. If you're not in the mood to come onto the paper, then just the whole thing turns out pretty poorly.
What's
It's
it
a
like
whole
to write?
process.
What's it like to write? It's like texting, but with extra steps.
Sure.
How dare you?
Number 2. If you were given 33 drinks of your choice every week, would you give 90 a place to stay at or near your home?
Like I said last time, if I had 33 drinks of my choice every week, I would actually die of liver failure. So, that's probably for my best interest to say no to that.
Fair enough. Number 3. Thingpone. Would you hug Thingpone?
I think the answer to this was hell no, fam. That's shit's too freaky for me, man.
Would you kiss Thingpone?
Nope.
Would you fuck Thingpone?
Nope.
Would you live with Thingpone?
Nope.
Would you burn her in a fire?
I mean, maybe, but that just might make the situation worse. Honestly, I don't know.
Fair enough, actually.
You never know what the fuck could happen if you go put a Thingpone in a fire. It could react quite violently.
What if you fail and it runs underneath the fridge? You'll never find it.
Yep, then I think it's just time to find a new house. New place to live.
That's when you just give up. You're just like, no, I don't need this.
That's
in
when
my
you
life.
go find a stereotypical happy family in a Pixar movie and sell the house to them and just let them deal with the problem.
Oh no, Pixar does the thing. Pixar's John Carpenter's The Thing would be actually kind of amazing, I gotta say.
Well, it sings a song.
Yeah, it's gotta have a musical number in there.
Oh yeah, it has to.
In the mountains of Milady.
Milady!
Malady.
My God.
Wow.
Number 4. What is the consequence of a boop on your best pwn?
I don't know. I think she'd be pretty flustered. Long pone Starlight might get even longer. We might reach critical mass.
Oh god! Every time you poop her, she just grows more.
She becomes longer. There's no escape. You gotta be careful, man. We're playing with forces beyond our comprehension.
Number 5. Has any of the Barcast conscripted you to help edit their shit posts yet?
Nope.
This might fucking happen if I write. Flam, are you fucking okay?
I have a feeling he's
fucking
alright?
We can put him in timeout. We can put him in
I have
timeout.
not heard that.
What?
I'm
We
good.
need to put. Clam, calm
No.
down.
No one has ever told you no?
He doesn't understand what the word no means.
This
That explains
is
so
more
much.
questions than answers.
Ooh, okay. I'm good.
Are you though? Are you really?
Are you?
Are you truly well and good?
Yes. Fuck you for that pencil, but thank you for that all the same.
Anytime.
All right. Up next, we have questions from a non-pencil. Pencil, do you want me to read?
Well, there is one that is specifically for you to force Flam to read, but otherwise, I'd like you to read them, please. Please do.
All right. Number 1. What would you whisper into an anus?
Let's see here. What would be a good thing to whisper into an anus? I don't know. I think you whisper something along the lines of, it's you need a little bit of air freshener in here. It's a little too dank. Either that or echo. Echo.
Echo.
Echo.
What would it whisper back?
If I whispered echo, hopefully it'd whisper echo back to me. So
No.
then the echo's complete.
If you yelled, "I'm an idiot" into the ass, you're gonna hear back, "You're an idiot."
Oh. At least my assumptions have been confirmed.
It whispers back to you, tossed salad? Yummy, yummy.
Not the fruit salad.
I hate it. Thanks.
Or like fruit salad and Slipknot together.
Toss salad.
my time!
And I want out.
Please just let the man out. Free him from the anus he's been confined in. Finally, after 1,000 years, I'm free!
Yeah!
We gotta get the teenagers with attitude.
Time to take over the earth!
What is this
And I-
become?
You can't stick me in your asshole, He-Man!
Just you wait. I believe I can with the power of Grayskull! And Grey Lube!
Remember, kids, winners don't do drugs.
Fucking
They
we
are
do,
drugs.
though, I guess. Alright, next question.
Winners
If you
are
could,
drugs.
you could have a pet of any animal anywhere, why would it be a bat?
No.
No.
There's a whole thing with bats, and bats are just no. Yeah,
But
you
bats
don't
are
want the
great.
bats. You don't
Bats
want the
are great.
bats. It could be a bat pony, and that has problems of its own, or it could be a bat, and then you have coronavirus B2. So then shit just gets even worse.
Hey.
I wonder how Batman is coping with all this.
No, it's probably not very well.
Stop showing off your parents.
Poor Batman and his bats. He's kept in isolation with Alfred and all his bats.
What is the most naked you can get?
Well, the amateur thinks that you can only remove your clothes, but if you're dedicated enough, you can remove your skin too, and then we see the true you. But here's the question, are you the skeleton that pilots the meat machine around, or are you the meat machine that contains the skeleton and stops its rage from entering upon this world?
You see, the brain is a pilot, and the rest of the body is a mech suit.
But are you held prisoner inside of the skeleton, or do you control the skeleton? Does it bend to your will, or do you can only keep it contained for so long?
The true mechs are essentially, when two pregnant women get into a brawl, it's the fetuses and their mechs.
Oh, of course.
They're down there jerking on the umbilical cord, like right and left, like.
Yeah, it's like
around,
Ratatouille,
around.
except in the
Yeah,
uterus.
thank you. I
I like to think that
It's like fucking Gundam Wing Up in this bitch.
I like to think that one of these fetuses is piloting it, just like Diva.
Yes.
Wow.
Shall I do the next one, Priest? Assuming Priest is not dying, I shall.
No,
do it.
I have a pun that I'm baking around in my head.
Okay, I wish you luck. What is your fun?
What do you call Discord masturbating with a umbilical cord?
What?
Discordant.
Get out.
That was not good.
Can we please remove him from life?
Please do.
His visa's up. It's time to send him back.
Life
Oh,
revoked.
wonderful.
Man, today everyone has been getting sent to the timeout except for me. This is strange.
Yep. Well, we can
That's
send
the
you to
first
timeout.
time I was ever put in timeout.
And how did it make you feel?
Did it put you did it make you think of the positions you put other in the timeout? Like say me?
No, I have no regrets about you. Next question.
Unlike your dad.
How much cups?
Depends on how many quarts.
Would you like me to make you a hemlock shooter to drink?
Oh, please. Just right now. That'd be great.
Figured that might be what the doctor ordered.
I could use one of those.
Would you band a reverse mermaid?
Would I what?
Bang.
A reverse
It's
mermaid?
Bang. It should be bang. Bang.
Yeah, I heard band.
It said band. It should be bang. I will fix it.
Bang,
Look,
a reverse mermaid.
She bang or she move?
Well, I think I'm gonna go pleasure myself with this fish.
Well, it's got human legs and a human vagina, but it's a fish from the waist up.
What kind of fish is it though? Is it like catfish?
That is
That
important.
matters to you.
This is a very important question. What kind of fish is it? I need to know.
It's one of those weird Japanese fish that have like human teeth.
If somebody could find me a picture of that, sure. But as long as it's not a catfish, because I don't want to get catfished, man. Don't.
I've been there. Next.
How unfortunate.
You've been catfished? Christ.
Yes, I have.
Here, I found the fish.
Are you for the big?
I am for the big, of course. Oh yes, that fish. Yeah, that's a fish, all right. Look at that fish.
I'm just sitting here being like, please, where were you catfished? By whom? How?
I bet that fish is from Britain.
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a British fish.
It was
100%.
Okay, Cupid. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, do you want?
All of it.
Do you fuck on eye?
Of course. R2, do you is fucking.
Which is the next one?
Do you is fucking?
R2. A la gold.
All right, Flam. It's time for you to read something.
I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry.
I will take the role of Ala Gold.
All right, so let me just load up the questions real quick.
Oh my god.
No, I put it in the chat.
Oh, you did put it in the chat. I'm sorry. I did not see
Yes.
that. There we go. All right. So, what would you like? Your Alan Gold, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm speaker D. Okay. Did you heard the tragedy that reached the man?
Not.
I think is not. I think that the hopeless situation elder also can't. That is a legend. Reaching the man cloth space is the emperor. He is so strong and big. He can even use the original dint to create life. He is very deep to black influence understanding.
Beautiful. The ground upon which I stand compares to you superior. Is.
I'm not even sorry. Flam, I hope you know what that was.
You
Please
are
tell me.
already at full cock
it's
now.
It's like a goddamn retranslation of the fucking Darth Plagueis thing, obviously.
So Flam, do you know of Backstroke of the West? It's okay if you don't. Okay, I'm going to show that to you after this is done. I'm going to send you a link, and that's what you're doing with your evening.
Yes, do it. It's great.
Do it.
You are already at full cock now.
God damn it. Okay, we need to stop quoting this because Flam needs to experience for himself.
We might have to do fucking. We might have to movie night it tonight. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not tonight, but yeah.
What is the worst main six ship and why? Asks Loyal Liar, someone I haven't seen before.
Worst main six ship. I don't have too many problems with them. It probably involves Pinkie Pie though, just because she's my least favorite of the main six, so I don't really care whenever she's doing her spastic thing.
How dare you?
I'm sure something involving Pinkie Pie is quite objectively the worst main six ship.
You saying you don't enjoy her sticky hugs?
No. I prefer the hugs to be clean first and then end sticky, not be sticky from the start.
More like sticky fucks.
Yeah, exactly. You figured it out. You solved the mystery.
but I understood the joke.
Wow.
Could you
good
imagine
job.
as you're pulling away from her after you finish, like your skin is like attached slightly to her fur, and it pulls back, and you have to peel away.
What is wrong with you?
That's
Your fetishes are getting really specific, Enigma.
Yeah, like
They
these are
mature
obvious
with
things.
age.
Unlike
Clearly
him.
not like a fine wine.
No, more like bad cognac.
I'll be honest. Enigma kind of ages like milk. Okay.
But that's mean to milk.
Are you saying
No,
that I'm gonna
no.
I'm gonna turn into a bear like him?
Should you be so lucky? Okay. I meant milk the beverage, not milk the wonderful human. Okay.
It takes a lot of effort to become a bear.
I mean, there's not much difference in me aging like the beverage.
Milk gets all the boys.
That's lube.
My milk brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like,
Yeah.
Damn.
Better than y'all.
Apparently I fucking do too.
And he's like, y'all gay.
Like-
"Yeah, right. It's better than y'all. I can teach you, but you gotta buy me dice."
Can we all just sing this song and then have someone animate this?
Please no. Please no. Please no. I'm sorry.
That was the best thing Milk's heard today.
Wow.
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 Are you surprised that Unshaken isn't over yet? That is, that your readers haven't managed to get Kestrel killed.
And so a little bit of context to that for people to understand. I'm currently writing a choose-your-own-adventure story named Unshaken that was heavily inspired by Red Dead Redemption 2. So it's a Western story, and I augment it with a little thing I saw from Starscribe's Voyage of the Equinox, where he uses basically a dice roller bot to also sort of come up with random outcomes and stuff for things. So that's what I'm kind of doing for that. And currently, today I just published the 89th chapter of that story, and each chapter is like 1,000 to 2,000 words long. So yeah, that's basically what I write every Monday and Friday is a chapter of that.
Most impressive.
So we're just at chapter 89. The gang is getting set for a pretty big job on robbing the alternate universe Apple family, which is just basically extremely greedy capitalist, like industrialists at like the turn of the 20th century. So that's kind of what they are now. And I am a little bit surprised, I guess, that they haven't managed to get Kestrel killed, the main character. So they haven't managed to get her killed yet. But there's been times where it's certainly been close, where they've almost made extremely terrible decisions. But thankfully, the readers and the people voting on it haven't yet. So
The key word.
yeah, the massive job that they're going to partake on very shortly is trying to rob the Apple family at this big conference that they're having, and they enlisted.
This is important. Is it the Apple Family Bar and Grill Festival?
No.
Damn, that would have been so fun. Okay.
But they're getting set to go do that, and they also met Starlight Glimmer in the town that they were just at. Sadly, she's not long though, since she was introduced before long Starlight became a thing. But she is, an extreme communist, so they're working with.
Oh my God! Okay, so no politics, and we're going to stop now.
She's an equalist. They're
We
working with that.
To stop.
But no, they haven't killed her yet. But it might happen soon.
Next question. Do you?
Oh, all right. I do.
I had to pause as I was beginning to read because it looked like it was a politic, but it is not a politic. Why do you? It is a politic.
Use your words. You use your words. You can figure it out.
Why do you let your readers vote on your next fic on your close friends instead?
Loyal Liar is one of said close friends that I've mentioned several times throughout this podcast, and he's upset that I went and put a vote to what my readers wanted me to write next. I put it to them, and they went and settled on one thing. Well, he has been pushing for me to write another thing for a while now, And the thing that he wanted me to write got tied for the least amount of votes in the poll, so he's probably a little bit upset about that.
Just a little salt. Just a little salt. Sprinkle
Just
right on
a
top.
little bit. But the the answer to that, dear Loyal, is that the people have spoken. Also, to be fair, the last time I listened to trusted advisors over courses to take, the most recent fic in the story is talking about, it ended up with that fic being awful. So there's a little bit of reason there. But you're still great. Now keep writing your own shit and stop bothering me to write shit in that shit. You fuck.
Speaking of you fuck, which character do you think most improved over the show's airing cycle? Which character do you think the show most ruined over the seasons?
Character that improved most over the show. If we look at the show from start to finish, I think Rarity or Fluttershy both had some good stuff going with them pretty much throughout the whole entire course of the show. I couldn't really say which improved most. I just know that somewhere about season 4 or 5, my favorite character went from Rainbow Dash to Rarity. So there's probably some reflective of character changes that happened in there. I did feel by the end of the show that the writers didn't know what the fuck they really wanted to do with Rainbow Dash half the time. So she seemed to regress a lot in the later seasons.
Actually, the answer for most improved is, and I know you don't want to hear this, but it's Spike. Because he went from...
He still doesn't exist.
He isn't real.
He went from a dirty dragon who smelled his feet to telling the thought to be gone and having a girlfriend ended up swole.
No.
The best thing about Spike's character improvement from season 1 to the end of the show is that the show ended and he did too.
Yay!
Yay!
And now, refreshing the thread, the final question is from Shakespearecles, who asked, what kind of question were you the day before you discovered Pony?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of question I was the day before I discovered Pony. So, that's the mystery to me, too.
Person. What kind of person?
The day before I discovered Pony, I was the day before I discovered Person, I was just some dude in high school. So who the fuck knows? That was such a long time ago. So honestly, I don't even fucking know, because that is many years back, and I don't even want to think about those days.
All right. Now then, let's see if we got any final questions in the chat, and I already see one. Pencil, do you want me to read these?
Yeah, go right ahead. We got one from the chat.
Alex _ asks, how do I get thick?
You have to stop doing the things that make you thin. Like, being healthy. Just stop being healthy and you'll get thick pretty quickly.
Yeah, stop shedding those calories.
Just be like me when I discovered alcohol in college and I immediately ballooned afterwards, so I went from the fucking beanpole man who was incredibly tall and very skinny to actually having, a decent amount of weight for my height. All because of alcohol.
Well, that's a really good message from the Barcast, I gotta say.
Yep.
Want to get thick? Drink.
Just drink. Just drink and don't do exercise and you'll get thick in no time.
Accurate.
If I can hear Flam reading quietly in the background.
Shakespearecles 69 asks, is this life?
No, he asked, is this the real life? And no, it's just fantasy.
He also asks, what is love?
Don't hurt me, you fuck. Please, no, put the knife down.
I can't get up there. Shit. Is it me you're looking for?
No, probably not. I'm sorry.
Jam is up next and asks, are egg vomiting dicks and tentacle pussies very much on material?
Maybe if you're an octopus or a squid, yeah. I mean, that's what they're all about.
I mean,
maybe if you're Squidward.
I'm pretty sure a squid looks up and sees tentacle pussies and he's like, yeah. That
I
is
mean,
what I want.
there's squids and octopuses they go and just rip off one of their legs to go impregnate the female. So that's kind of similar along those lines.
Octopus.
8 legs.
You gonna get this dick. You gonna be pleased about it.
You gonna get this beak?
Here, please have this dick that I got just for you.
I bit it off of a random snorkeler.
May I interest you in a dick in this trying times?
I'm literally giving a fuck about
Yep, one whole fuck. It's right here, just waiting for you.
my gift to you.
Is one single solitary fuck.
One singular fuck.
What does a single fuck look like? It's just like, is that just like a
One
pump and dump or
thrust, one jizz.
what? Pump and dump. Okay.
What's the exchange rate on fucks?
I don't know. That's the economy changes too quickly, especially if the times we live in these days. You can't pin down a solid exchange rate.
For a fuck.
Yep.
I'm not sure what conversation we have, but I feel like we've come to an understanding about it, and
Exactly.
Who would win in a fight between a Cockasaurus or a Coctopus?
A what?
a cockasaurus or a coctopus.
Let's see. We have in one corner the Cockasaurus, which is a raging reptile of dick, and then the other corner we have the 8-dicked wonder of the world. So I think I'm gonna have to go give it to the strength of the Cockasaurus in this case. The Coctopus might have a lot of dick, but I think the Cockasaurus has enough to take them all.
But wait, a challenger approaches. On a third front being opened, it's Cocculus Maximus, the terrible tallywhacker of Tripoli.
Oh
Who
no.
wins?
Well, he did dick all of Tripoli, and that's no easy feat.
What is this?
I respect that.
Well, he didn't respect fucking Tripoli.
The Cockasaurus might be impressive, but it takes skill and a tenacity heretofore unseen to go dick down the entirety of Tripoli.
And then the final challenger is, of course, the only Master Hand.
Oh, the Master Hand is definitely wrangled with a lot of cocks in his days. But if you have a cock skilled enough and speedy enough, that might be able to evade even Master Hand himself.
How's
Smash Bros
Master
is getting
Hand?
weird.
Master Hand can't even handle Jigglypuff.
Let's say
True.
how does Master Hand jack himself off? Like, does he have to
With-
like try to wrap his fingers around his thumb and then just like move, or?
There's
Well,
there's a Master Dick, clearly.
Well, no, he has a friend called Crazy Hand, and that's the one.
Yeah, man. Crazy Hand will let him do anything.
Oh my god. So that was, I think, our cast.
Oh, wow.
Does he lure fucking Crazy Hand with his master mate?
Of course. It's the only way.
They just do they just do the OK symbol, and the other does like 2 fingers and just inserts through the ring.
No, they do that magic trick where it looks like you're taking your thumb off with one hand. They just do that.
That would honestly be fucking hilarious if, like, fighting both of the hands was just a sudden like that. Oh my god. Smash Bros has a new meaning.
Smash.
Let me smash.
Speaking of
Where's
Smash,
Becky as the most recent hero?
fucking that's all we have for this fucking cast, I think.
Fuck.
Milk, who do we have fucking next week?
Just Scorcher.
Yay!
Get excited!
Wow.
That's a name. 24th, thank you so much for taking time to come on here and totally not be roped into doing a second video after this cast.
Oh, yes. Of course. I think this one was even better than the last one.
I would agree.
I would agree with you. Like, you could say that this is the 25th.
No, that number
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
I made sure of
Thank you.
that.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this edition of the Barcast. Your bartenders for this evening, on Pet.
Hey, thank you to other guy in Shakespeare Clues for your donation.
Enigmatic Otaku.
I was number 1.
Sam and Whirper.
I was here.
Milk.
Uh,
Our amazing guest, the 24th Pegasus.
Wow, it's me. I was here.
And I'm slowly dying. See you next week, everyone. Bye-bye.